See how this is going. All right, well, the stream works. Audio should be coming through. Let's take a look. See how this is going. Yeah, all right. Chat is not working. So now chat, yeah, chat doesn't work. Let's see what's going on with that. Not open Slack on the stream side. I gotta test all my functions. Does my mute button work? All right, well, let's see. I am testing my mute button, so I'm talking, and now I'm gonna mute open Slack on the stream side. All right, let's try to refresh the OBS source. I actually don't, refresh cache of current page. I gotta test all my functions. No, that's still, I feel like I've done something wrong. All right, well, let's see. Because that is, it's configured to be /chat mute button, so I'm talking, and now I'm gonna mute. So it's configured like this. Slack on the stream side. Kind of hard to hop between these windows, but on OBS you can see like it's my channel /chat, but it's not showing up yet, or it's not. And I've used this refresh cache of current page, and it just reloads the page. So that's, not really sure what's up there. Let's see. All right, let's try to refresh the OBS source. Okay, so my mute button works. That's nice. Cache of current page. I gotta test all my. But yeah, the chat still. Maybe I should try like removing the chat. I'm gonna remove Algora chat. I'm gonna add a new browser source. And then under here, under the settings, Algora. Oh no, Algora. It's not the right website. Algora. What am I doing wrong? I can look over here. tv.algora.io. Oh, do I have to put it in like, oh, does it need to be like / the stream ID /chat or something like that? Or let me just try putting it in the original way. Like this /chat. Oh, I wasn't even talking. Figure out this mute button. All right, we are all good on the chat thing. I just need to copy this over to the other, to my code share scene. All right, and then I can, what is it, like alt click or command click or something to, oh, no, that's not right either. Let's see, control click to, nope, not control click, alt click to scale. All right. Here we go. Thomas, what's up, my dude? Let me transition this scene. Okay. All right, let's get rid of these little purple borders around the chat window. All right, we are live with chat. My audio set up. How's that coming through? Can you guys hear me well enough? It's kind of interesting. I wonder like it's a whole world out here of like strategies for streaming, because I got to figure out like how am I meant to view the chat? I can see it on OBS, I guess, if I have OBS on the right side, but then I'm like looking at myself stream the whole time. I don't really know. I'm sure there's tips and tricks here, but all right. What else should I do? I guess I should test and see if the multicast stuff is working. Like I should be streaming live on well, I guess I won't test this on stream. I should be live on YouTube, I think, right now. Is that how that works? Let's see, your channel. Am I live right now? I don't even know. I am live right now. Okay, cool. So the YouTube stream is working, and then I should be live on Twitch also. But, and I'm not sure if how I should do this, but I'm not gonna see. I don't want to choose any interests. Twitch, knock it off. I'm trying to like do shit.
Leave today's comp.
All right, cool. Yeah, it's streaming to Twitch as well. So I need to put up like a text box that says like I'm only gonna look at the chat if it's coming through Algora, because I'm not gonna like have like 3 chat boxes open. Just not reasonable in my opinion. And there is chat aggregation stuff. I'm just not gonna figure that out right now. It's not too important. So I think I can do this by just add a thing. Oh, I can add text. We'll call this where to chat. And then the text will be chat. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's see, Algora. What io.tv, tv.algora, whatever. Algora chat. I don't know, is it like if you want to chat? How do I make it smaller? Oh, duh. Instructor EX, Instructor X. How do you say it? Do you say Instructor X, Instructor EX? It is a good library. I think it's pretty cool. I've played around with it. I want to it's given me a lot of ideas for Ash related LLM tooling that I want to, give a shot at. I think we've talked about it. I've sent you some tweet messages. What is this? What is this little bar that's on the edge of? You guys see like a? No, you don't see that. That's okay. This is too big, and I can't make it smaller. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to figure out before I started streaming, but I forgot. As I want to find like a lo-fi, like a free lo-fi music playlist. Ideally it's just like something on YouTube. I don't know. I want to figure this out. So, oh, here goes 6.5. But I mean, I'm assuming if it's like free on YouTube, that means it's free for me to include in the stream. But now I need to figure out how to like hook up some kind of like uh lo-fi beats or lo-fi loop. I gotta, I'll have to figure out how to include it in my live stream. That's for a later date. Yeah. Okay, Thomas. If you want to, here's my 2 cents on what I need out of instructor, which is I need the what everybody loves about it is the obvious important bit, which is the ecto integration, right? But I need that to be inverted so that I can pass in my own thing that produces a JSON schema, like so that like that dependency inversion would let me write like a little Ash adapter so people can use their Ash resources because like through Ash JSON API you can like already define a JSON schema for your types. Um, but it's also kind of interesting because like we're going to be getting into this arena when we start doing type generation, like when we start doing metaprogramming around Elixir's new type system, when they actually come out with like, function type specs and struct type specs and stuff like that. But there's more than just there's the type spec of, or there's the, like in this case, JSON schema of a valid input to a type and a JSON schema of a valid representation of a type. And those aren't always the same thing. And so, yeah, I don't know. I got some thoughts there, but I just haven't had the cycles, unfortunately. Can't do all the cool stuff, I guess. Oh, here we go. You guys weren't even seeing this little Agora chat thing that I was making. I need to figure out how to make this smaller. How do I make it smaller? Chat log lines, no. Chat. Yeah, I can't just make it smaller. Okay, I can. It's just weird how you have to do that. Okay, so now it'll be more like this. All right. Yeah, we definitely need tunes. I feel like that's like major missing piece. Um, I do have, okay, I think screen capture comes with audio. So if I play a song, I think you guys can hear it, right? I don't know if anybody's still in the channel, but does the chat like automatically scroll down? Surely it does. Yeah, it does. Okay. I need to know if people can hear this. "3D printer just delivered." Awesome. Okay, so can anybody hear the music that's coming from this window? Oh, actually, I know you can. I can see the frickin' little bouncing bars. That's my audio engineer take. Let's turn it down. All right. I think now I can just minimize that, and we've got 6 hours of lo-fi beats, I guess. Even though this is just a test stream, I'm not going to be on here for very long. Yeah, so I figured I'd start with something maybe a little bit less exciting than Igniter, which is weird. My brain works that way. I always like prioritize the boring, lame stuff. But you gotta take your vitamins. This PR is almost over the line. I don't know if anybody's familiar with Ash JSON API or with JSON API in general, right? Like this JSON API. But there's an includes list, and that's supposed to be deduplicated, and Ash wasn't deduplicating it, so you could end up with just like, shit tons of records coming back in the includes list. And one of our contributors, this is a valid fix. What they contributed was basically to like sort of dedupe and merge, but it still builds the big like non-duplicated list. So I want to change this to do it like as we're getting the things How American of you, Thomas? Okay. So let's just, I mean, this will probably take like 10 minutes. I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. Then we can look at Igniter, which is the real exciting stuff. No, I have this right here. Okay. So the test should pass on this now. The only thing I'm a little bit bummed about with with streaming is I have to I only get like half my monitor. Like I have a big ultra wide monitor, but like I can't spread that across the whole stream, and I'm not gonna like move my window that I'm sharing. It's just all complicated, so I just split it all in half, which I guess has pros and cons. But you know, all right, let's do this thing. So right now, what is it? We have this somewhere, yeah. Get includes list. And what I'm saying is that this ought to happen here. So we should not need to flatten the includes list. And instead, what we will do is do this work iteratively. Okay. So preloaded with, I remember hating the way that I actually implemented this, but that's neither here nor there. Right. So we have the record that has all of the stuff preloaded, and the things that we're supposed to get, like the relationship. So like include keyword is going to be like, you know, comments, sub comments, you know, author, like this kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, actually this is pretty straightforward, which is what we're doing right now. Related further includes list. And then we do like this big flattening process. And so instead what we need to do is we need to say further includes stream.concat includes list. Concat is related. Is that a list? I think it is. List.wrap related. I don't know. And then we have the includes list. Oh. An includes list needs to be a map now. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say this comes back with, what did flatten return includes list return? It returned related includes. Oh, that's interesting because we do need the root record. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. So then we'll say record includes list. As soon as I have the barkiest dog and I'm home alone with him, and as soon as this guy barks, it's gonna wake up the entire world. You guys are on stream are gonna be like, what the actual hell? Speaking of that, how many people are watching? How do I see this? Oh my god, I have 500 viewers. No, it's 4 people. All right, so we're good. Let's keep going. So what we're gonna do is we're going to say record. Oh, that's interesting. I need to only flatten it at the top. This is pretty interesting. So what we would do here is we'd say get includes equals map.values. That's okay. Let's do it like this. Yeah. So that way this can just return the map. All right. Yeah, I hate the way like window, like if I click any Safari window, it like tops all Safari windows. It's like kind of confusing actually. Not good for streaming. But you know, whatever. I'll figure out how to do this later, or do this better later. All right. So includes list is not an includes list anymore. It's actually get includes map. What the hell? We have get includes. Okay, yeah. That's fine. So this needs to also, both of these need to do. Yeah. No, this one doesn't need to do it because this calls get include. So only one of them actually does the work. Oh, okay. So now we have related item and includes map. So I need to replace includes list everywhere with includes map. Okay. So we'll do it like this. I started live streaming, and that's when everybody's going to find I'm actually a horrible programmer. Okay. So we will say this. Right here. That's it. And then related item, though, needs to be include is. Okay, so for each of the things we generated, for like the root record, for the related thing, all of the rest of the thing, oh, further includes will be a map. Yeah, that's right. So we're going to say, okay, actually, we don't need to iterate over that. Or includes map. Huh. Is related always going to record? Get includes map. Yeah, okay, actually I think it's just this. And then, you know. All right. What did I break? Probably everything. So now what we do is, okay, no, this is interesting. Preloaded without further includes. This needs to be includes map. And then preloaded without linkage. That's the preloaded. Yeah, that's the preloaded record. It includes map. Oh. I don't want to merge, so I feel like I should actually make this like this. So now that way, can you deactivate the background music? So you can't right now. I don't know. This is all brand new to me. I could turn it down in general, right? That's easy enough. If you think it's just too loud. I don't know. Is that like a actually? Yeah. Okay. Interesting. It leaves the this will leave the volume for me at the same level. I turned it down in OBS. Is that any better, or do you just prefer not to have background music? Okay. So we don't need this anymore. All right. I'm pretty sure I like completely fucked that up, but let's just see what happens. It would be kind of interesting. Like, I don't know. I'd have to talk to the folks at Algora if there's like a background music feature. I don't know if normal people have. Like, is that something Twitch has? Where you can like turn off and on the expected map got okay. Oh, well, that's good. Getting clear. Yeah, okay, that's right, because this is okay, defaulting to an empty list. This is where I need like experienced stream folks to. Oh, okay, I missed one, I guess. Yeah, here it is. Get includes map. Any better? It's better. Enumerable not for check. Oh shit. Includer 46. Getting includes map further. Wait, how did what I just do break that? The include keyword not implemented for ash.query. Oh, I probably did something weird. What's this doesn't like? It thinks I'm still returning a list of structs from somewhere. Oh, thanks. Zaf has, I don't know how to pronounce the full name, but I'm gonna go with Zaf. Has been very helpful. With getting set up and that sort of thing, and also inviting me onto the platform and everything. What have I done? I've done something stupid. Right here, load. Here we go. Get includes map. Was this what this was doing before? What was this doing before? This was get includes. Yeah. It supports taking a query. Why would I have ever done that? Well, okay. It does support taking a query, but it should be. Oh, duh. I knew it was dumb. Okay. Let's try this again. Serialize one record. Okay, what doesn't it like? Resource record. Did it get a list or something? Request. Oh, it doesn't tell me. Okay, is this just the one test? Hey, that's nice. Okay, we got. Well, that's not right. Oh, okay. We're getting the map. We're somehow returning the map back from something that's being called into serialize one record. So that's. Right. Okay. It's raining outside. Let's see if the dogs stay chill. So yeah, at some point, well, enum.map includes and serialize one record. Okay, so the includes is being set to, the wrong thing, like we thought it might be. Get includes map. Get includes. Yes, this one is supposed to return a list. I see. I broke things I didn't mean to break. So this one is supposed to return a list. This calls get includes, which means it's going to eventually get to one of these other cases, and get includes map. Okay. Okay. So small change. Oh shit. What did I break? It includes saying expected a map got here in 28. Map.values includes. Oh, because this one is actually calling get includes. So this one can just okay. Okay. We're figuring it out. All right. Am I famous yet? How many people are in this stream? Did you guys make me famous? Go tell your parents about me. Tell them about the best programmer ever lived. Live on stream, testing out his equipment. Does it tell where did okay 9 people? Holy shit, I am famous. When do the royalty checks start coming in? All right. Okay. Don't knock my Stanley Cup, by the way. I need to stay hydrated. This thing does the job. I was doing it before. It was cool. Thank you very much. I don't know, Stefan, if you're still around, for folks on chat, that's Wintermeyer. Is the background music at a better level? Can anybody even hear it? I can't actually tell. I lowered it in OBS, so I don't know what it sounds like for you guys. Okay. Reduce and deduplicate includes while building list. Oh, you can't even hear it. Here, how about this? It's a little bit quieter. I do think that there's actually like quite a bit less latency. What I'm noticing. So we've done some YouTube live streams. Man, it is like god awful. The chat latency, like the round trip, it's like 10, 15 seconds lag, like both ways it seems like. And so like we've like moved on with something before I get a chat message about it. It's really frustrating. This is much better. Okay. So there should be a pull request for this up already. And I pushed to this branch. Did I push to my own branch or did I push to this person's branch? Okay. I will have to close this in favor of my own branch, which is fine. Okay. So, and I retained the original credit. This is very important, by the way, if you're working in open source. Even if you're like, even if like in this case, I'm actually like, I kind of did end up tossing most of the tangible code, right? But the initial impetus and inspiration for what I did came from this person who's, I don't know their real name, but Jesse Williams. And so it's really important that we maintain that attribution. Thank you. I think your first name is Igor, if I recall from your online persona, but thank you. I appreciate that. Let me see. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? I change this thing like once a week, once every 2 weeks, but the blues, feeling the blues right now, the deep blues. All right. Closing in favor of. I'm also maining Zed pretty hard lately, and it's working well for me. Which I guess like I kind of wonder, like I could I could probably do something like open up a channel. Like Zed has these channels, like people could like join. I don't really know how that all works. Maybe somebody who's, you know, more familiar with Zed could that aspect of Zed could kind of help me out. But there is like a whole sharing thing there. I could have guest coders. Oh no, local first. You're trying to get me in trouble. I'll tell you what. You want me to chime in on this whole Theo DHH drama? I at least I feel like that's what the subtle implication here is. I mean, I do have a hot take, I guess. I don't know. I think everybody in this scene is like everybody in this situation is wrong at the moment. Oh wait, let me fix. There you go. Yeah, everybody's wrong. I mean, local first is like right insofar as like you need like a smart agent on the device. You need a smart agent on the device that's capable of, you know, you need to be doing as much of the work on the device as is possible. But you don't, and you shouldn't be like writing a device first app, or writing like a server first app. And I think, for example, LiveView is amazing. I think LiveView is the closest to right that anybody's got so far. I still have like small problems with it. And I think it's not quite like what I would call the Holy Grail. But it is still server first. Like, it's not a declarative. I don't know. I have some stuff that I'm working on in the pipeline that may be surfaced in like 4 or 5 years when I get to that area of things. But basically, like, there's an example of this. I forget what it's called. It's called like Electric Lisp or something within Clojure or whatever it is that like you write in one language and it like crosses the server client divide. I think that's the kind of thing that we actually need. And I think what we really need is like a compiler. Like you write your application generic of client server necessarily, and it's compiled to two targets, like the client target and the server target, with as much happening on the client as possible. So, and I think Ash is a great example of where that's good, because like in an Ash application, right? Like if I've got, I don't know, no, that's not going to work. Do I have like a resource in here somewhere I can, Ash is all about like, declarative design, code generation. Well, not so much code generation, but like here's a good example. Like this rule about emails can be lifted to the client. Like this match could be compiled to JavaScript, to a JavaScript regex, and then when you're building a form, you could say like it's for this field, like it's for user.email, and like it could automatically handle the fact that like, well, hey, let's lift up the regex validation into client-side logic and never even go to the server. The server will probably still validate it, for safety, but the server will definitely still validate it for safety. But these are like powerful patterns. And in Ash, we have things like calculations, like these are calculations, calculate full name, first name, plus a space. This is a shit way to do full, actually full names. But we could take this. Okay. We could take this and like this right here can be lifted to the client such that like it doesn't have to ask, like its requests could be smart enough to not request the full name when it needs the full name. It knows it can just request first name and last name. So you can reduce data over the wire, right? And all of this stuff is not something that should be happening at runtime. Like you shouldn't have like all this constant analysis of what X and Y can and can't do, and well, can I avoid a server request or can I not, right? Instead, you should compile the app, and when you compile it, if you have like a user homepage that shows the user's like hello user.fullname or whatever, it'll figure out what the queries, what the server, like what data is required from the server. It'll minimize that data, and then it'll like, I don't know, what do you want to call it, prehydrate with the calculations that it can automatically fill in and like reduce the data that has to be selected and all that sort of stuff. It's a magical thing, but I think that's the answer long term. And then you can, that's the only way to beat live view, at least in my opinion. Like live view is the best balance on balance alternative. I actually don't know what Luster and Gleam is doing. Let's look it up. Well, so this, okay, I mean, I think this is compiling to JavaScript, right? Yeah, I guess this universal components, like write once, run anywhere. I mean, I think in real life, there's a little bit more complexity here. Like, I don't actually want to, sorry to phrase this. Yeah. It's interesting, but I don't know. I'd have to, I guess, look more to really say. I don't think that this is doing anything like where it's like back-end aware and can like optimize queries or like, I don't know how to explain it, but I don't think it's really crossing that gap or that divide of what I'm talking about needs to exist. And like, maybe it's kind of like an asshole-ish thing of me to say, but like, I feel like I'm just going to have to build it because that's how it always goes. Like, people won't build your ideas. It's not how it works. You just have to make them yourself. And that's okay. That's the way of the world. But, you know, it is what it is. Mentioning in Discord, metaprogramming unlocked my brain. What's the best way to get started with? I mean, Chris McCord wrote a metaprogramming elixir book. It's a great place to get started. Yeah, I mean, Electric SQL is cool, but I still think it's one of those things of like, it's like it's low level. Like, I don't know. I shouldn't have to think about it. Make the computers do the thinking. Like they're good at that kind of shit. Make a compiler that, like, I don't even want to think about like, well, does this require SQLite or Electric SQL or whatever other thing? Like, I think the computer should be making the technology choice for me, even based on like, is there a requisite for client-side state? And if so, like, what are the requirements for client-side state? Is it ephemeral? Can it live in local storage? You know, like, it's that kind of thing. Like, I don't want to adopt a new SQL database, like, which I know it's different. Electric SQL, like, it's the whole idea is like this local first concept and things get sort of synchronized. But even still, right? Like, there's no such thing as like, oh, maybe this, you know, I might be showing my ass here, right? But like, you can't write to distributed SQL and get like a semantic, like, meaningful result, like cause and effect result from like just magically. Nothing can do that. Like, it can approximate a decent answer. Like, if you have like if you're editing a document and two people go offline and you make like 500 changes, like, you can approximate a decent answer to like what should happen when you have to interleave these 500 offline events from both people. I mean, CRDTs maybe solve that for text, but I don't think there is a solution for a domain model. I don't think it exists. Maybe yet, but I don't think ever. So yeah, Chris McCord has a metaprogramming in Elixir book. I haven't actually personally read it, which is bad. I've read a lot of snippets from it. I'm just not so much a book reader myself. I don't know. I just always just smash my face up against a brick wall until something works. That's how I learned. And I mean, I guess it works. I don't know. All right. So fix deduplicate includes list while building it. All right. We in business, folk. Okay. Was that on the roadmap? Do I have something I can check off? Nope. I guess I need to decide if I'm going to work on Igniter or one of these things. I don't know. One of Igniter would be kind of fun, but I'm also in like this interesting spot with the project. I have to make big decisions. Let's see. So Igniter works pretty fucking well, actually. I'm like pretty pleased with it. But what I need to figure out is we want to be able to use Igniter to generate things that have like specific extensions. This would make more sense to Ash users, but so like right now I can say, do I have anything in this project? You know, I can say mix igniter.install ash. And it's gonna follow the installer script for Ash and generate diffs and show me like, okay, here's how you install Ash. And I can say like example, you know. And it'll generate a bunch of example code into your project, which is pretty cool. So I can generate this, and then I can say I have something igniter.gen.resource. No, mix ash.gen.resource. I want to make this a little bit prettier, but you know, and I'll get this why did it compile? I don't understand. But I'll get a nice little diff. Oops. Yeah, I hate that it does that. I want to open like only, maybe I need 2 separate Safari profiles for that to work. Whatever. So yeah, it patches files to like install things for you. But now I'm at the point where I want to be able to say something like this. -- extensions, right? And say like Ash Postgres. And like if you do that, then it'll like give you a Postgres data layer and give you like a default Postgres configuration and stuff. And actually, I don't know, I think the work I'm doing is basically already there. So I'm just gonna keep going. So I was working on ash.extend, which takes, yeah, I think it's just gonna look like this. The thing you're extending, so like makes ash.extend, you know, my app dot my domain dot my resource, and then the extensions. I don't know if I can support this, like, it's syntactic, but like, should it be like this, or should it be like the name of the actual extension? Right? Like that's uglier. It's a lot more to type. Maybe. I don't even know. I could. Yeah, actually, there's a reason it has to be. No. See you later. Thanks for hopping in and joining me on my test stream, which I guess is just turning out to be like an actual stream, but you know, I won't tell anybody if you don't. Yeah, what's the deal? How should I do this? Does anybody in chat? I might have to do this because there's 2 AshJSON API extensions. There's AshJSON API.resource and AshJSON API.domain, right? But fun fact, they don't apply to the same things. Ugh. Like AshJSON API.resource would only apply to AshJSON API, like to an ash.resource. So but how would I go from this? This is a real question. How would I go from this to this? I could have, maybe I could just make an explicit, like an explicit mapping in the task, like extensions ash.igniter.csv option. Well, okay, yeah. say options, subject extensions, hash.igniter.csv option. I think that's what this looks like, right? Yeah. So I could just have, so the first, yeah, I'll have like an explicit mapping of shortcuts for now. But first I need to figure out what kind of thing is it. Right, and then we'll say something like case kind of thing. Case kind of thing. Now we'll say yeah, this will work. So this will be hash.resource hash Postgres. Oh. Okay. Yeah, this works reasonably. Okay, I can do this one's kind of interesting. It's like if it's embedded. That's got to be its own thing to figure that out. Yeah. Okay. So now we need to do something like this. Case module, or well, extension equals module cat extension. If code.ensure compiled extension do shit, this will be reduce. Yeah. Well, okay. So we'll do not find extension. So then we need to do, what is this? So we have this concept that we've added. here. So we'd say if function exported extension install for. I think in this case, actually, we'll just do and add extension. Simple add extension. And so then this will be, we will say, oh, this needs to take an igniter. Okay, so this will be embedded patcher needs to take an igniter. And simple add extension. Okay. So simple add extension. Yeah, that's right. And then now here we need to say extension dot install igniter kind of thing takes a location. Okay, so that'll be fuck. So I need the path to the thing. That's fine actually. Path to the thing. All right. Okay, I can just call this path. And then I need to give it the argv, right? Means whatever. Okay. And now this is going to have to be. This will be slightly different, won't it be? Yes. So really it's going to be extension equals like this. And then we'll say that we can get rid of this. Yeah. So now this lets us map. These need to be strings. Whoa. Said, why you gotta do me dirty like that? Just don't do that to me. No, not. Why isn't multi-cursor working? Okay, I'll do it that way. Dogs. All right, well, my test stream was time gated anyway, so I think we're going to call it quits here because the dogs are going crazy. Thanks, everybody, for helping me get this set up and enjoy the stream. Sorry about the dogs. All right, bye, everyone.